days?
Dropping acid rain, Mississippi mystic here to stay. Hero fans and Uberman, it's over, man. Elohim, etymologist, cryptozoologist, esoteric archaeologist.
Thou who see the door art chosen, in thine exodus from thine own life, make sacrifice who thou used to be. Forsake thy memories, forsake thine identity, to be born anew.
what does God look like? What do you see?
We're solar-powered biological AI.
Wait, what?
These ancient adversarial entities, I think it's the very same ones that rebelled against God and were cast out.
They were sent here to guide us in antiquity, and they took advantage of that and just masqueraded as gods. Dawn came in late. Good evening, everybody. What is going on? Happy Thursday, and welcome back to the Greypilled Podcast, where the truth isn't comfortable. It's just not. If you haven't learned that by now, I don't know what to tell you. My name is Jules, Julian, whatever you want to call me. Some people call me the Mississippi Mystic, handsome Hierophant, sound scientist. Some people even call me handsome faggot, but we don't go by that name. We like to keep that in the past. We have progressed and achieved new enlightenment, right? So in doing that, we become the handsome Hierophant. Guys, go ahead and like the stream if you want. We're only going to be public for about 30 minutes. If you are a Patreon member, you have gotten the link to the private stream, which is on StreamYard. Oh God, my farmer's fucking bad. You don't really see that before you turn the light on, and the light, that's bad. That's real bad. Oh well, y'all can laugh at me for it. It's okay. Yeah. So shouts out Nick from the Occult Rejects, my boy. I don't know why I already spoke half the time. I don't think I can see as well. He's letting me use his StreamYard seminar thing so I can start doing the Patreon streams and then cutting them. Sorry, guys. It had to happen eventually. You've gotten months of Gods of the Morning Wood every Saturday morning. And then this is the first of many deep dives I'm going to be doing on Patreon. Part 1 we did publicly, and it got a lot of good feedback. So I was like, hey, if y'all want to check out part 2, we'll be going live for 30 minutes, kind of shoot the shit, hang out, and we'll be on Patreon for probably about an hour and a half. My wife and daughter are still out of town, and my son is fed and hanging out. He did his homework and shit, so he's good. And then we will also be designing some merch at the end of the show on Patreon. Y'all will be doing it with me. So if you are not signed up, you should go get signed up, get in where you fit in. And once you do, I mean, I don't know, you may be able to get the email. If not, just let me know before we cut the streams to YouTube, Rumble, and X. And if not, it's okay, you know. I just got shout out Mike. We have a new Mike on the Patreon, one of the first of many new subscribers that we've gotten in months almost. Paige came back. Shout out Paige. She is a knight of the quest. And then, we had John. And so, we had some more people leave. It's fine. I expected it. I called this about a month ago. I gotta get my thanks, Rocky. No, dude, it's all good, man. That's why I try to stream as much as I can, you know, not behind the paywall, but some things it kind of gets down, you know, you spend time doing research and making artwork, putting together production for a show. Something has to happen with that. I've done a lot of I've done a lot of banger live streams that people have had a lot of fun at. And that's all great and everything. But moving into the future, there will be a lot of things put behind the paywall. A lot of the watch parties we'll be doing with guests. Occult breakdowns of these movies and shows and whatever we choose to get into. I'm getting that. I'm kind of getting them scheduled right now. I got 2 ready to go. I think next weekend, Paranoid Americans will come on, talk about Sword in the Stone. Then I got Nick coming on from the Occult Rejects to do a breakdown of the movie Mother. So then I got Jonathan from Metamystics, ex-Cult of Conspiracy. Well, he's still kind of part of it. He runs the whole Cult of Conspiracy network that a lot of other people live stream. I think Tomcat streams under Cult now. Shout out Strange Brew Podcast. Got to get him back on the show. We got to do some shows with our boy, the Raptillion. As long as I don't turn into the Naptillion, right? If you know, you know. Yeah, so if y'all weren't here last time, this is kind of like a research doc that I found on the Hand of Sabazios and its placement over time, what it, you know, what the symbols on the hand mean. We learned a lot about Zagreus and Dionysus on the last episode, kind of like the younger stages of Sabazios represented in the hand, as well as Zeus. So, yeah, now we're about to actually learn about the symbols, what they mean. We didn't even get that far last time. So I'm not going to start yet, though, because we got a few things that we got to talk about. I'll do a little bit on, with you guys. And I mean, I do this shit all the time, right? I do a Patreon show, and then I'm like, well, you know, a lot of you guys are here. So if I sent the email to you, please go over to the StreamYard and get on there. It's the first time we're doing this. I had time today. So I also sent sticker packs. I sent them all except for you, Xerox, buddy. You're Canadian ass, dude. I'm just kidding. Well, I don't mean to make fun of you for being Canadian. I love you, Xerox. No, get back to me with your address, dude. I lost the DM. I have so many people DM me that sometimes I go through and I leave. So get back at me. I try to get your address in time, but I went to the post office and mailed about 7 of them. So you people who have been here for the last couple of years know who you are. Just be looking out in the mail. Let's see. Man, I was reading Tacitus, Germania. Fucking incredible. Incredible group of people. No wonder they tried to kill them all. Yeah, yo, what the fuck happened to David Wilcox? It's Cox, right? Or is it Wilcox? I don't want to disrespect. Where's the fucking... That was something else. I could have been a little more sentimental there. Rest in power, man. That really sucks. That really fucking sucks. Knowing like what he talks about, you know, they just like that. Because I mean, come on. Suicide. Hey, look, I'm not saying anything. I don't know nothing. But I'm just saying, what do we all know? What patterns do we see here? Fuck off. Shut up, Nick. Oh, yeah. Well, so what do you think? I mean, what do you think, man? I mean, we have theories all the time that I mean, he's definitely dead, right? Like there's no like, you know, no one didn't see the body or anything like that because, but like early on in my conspiracy reason, there we go. Did you? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. You're in there. You're in there. I just wanted to make sure that you were able to get all the links to everything, man. Scott, I know you're on there. Fire Pixie, I'm pretty sure you're on there. And I don't know if anyone else from Patreon's in the chat. Hopefully we'll get some more people in here. I know I don't think Stax Farmstead has his show tonight. We share a lot of the same audience. That was last night, I think. I hope that was last night. I hope that's not tonight. I hope I don't get in the way of that. I know Assbutt is streaming later, everybody. So be sure to tune in. If we're still going, we'll raid his ass butt. He was a huge, him and Corey Good. I remember early on in my UFO, kind of rabbit holes and deep dives that I'd go down that David Wilcock, he claimed to be Edgar Casey reincarnated, right? And all this. And it's like, all right, bro, come on. What are we doing here? But, there were some things that he was talking about, I guess, more recently. Certain people, you could say. Not gonna go off on that tangent. We talk about that way too much on the show. That's just a part of it right now, right? I mean, when someone's in the center of everything, it's hard to not, it's hard to go around that. But I mean, let's see if we can find something that. Who was it? That Indian guy that I used to watch. He does stuff on like ancient temples. Praveen Mohan or whatever, dude on YouTube. He's pretty chill. His voice isn't too annoying. Looks very well, and his videos are very well put together. He was doing something on it. I guess he was very influenced by David Wilcock. So, like I said, RIP. That sucks. And if he was, I mean, he put out a statement not too long ago. He confirmed that he kind of wasn't, right? And we say it here all the time. We are very happy. But there's theories of direct energy weapons and like that triggering somebody as like, I guess that would be part of some kind of MK Ultra tactic. You have someone programmed that when they get hit with something, it automatically triggers like a certain. So like, is he a fucking MK Ultra baby? I don't know. Exactly. Fire Pick says my eyes are doing the same thing. Can't see them, but no, we're going to have a good time tonight, guys. Don't you worry about it. Let's see. What else is going on right now? That's really all I've looked at today. That's really all a lot of people. But apparently his, I guess his assistant, his autobiographer or his biographer. Autobiography is when you write it. So I guess you wouldn't have an autobiographer for yourself unless I'm wrong. But he died 2 days ago or 2 days prior. David died on 4/20 as well. So you can look at that how you want. No, it's Hitler's birthday and also the National Weed Smoking Day. We had our boy Bennett from Broadcasting Seeds on. Shout out, Bennett. It was a great show. Thank you for coming on, man, and hope to have you back on soon. Fellow reject as well. Saturday, Nick joined me, and we had Matt Lane and Jake from State Farm on. That was a fun show. Y'all go check those shows out if you haven't. And also Tuesday night. No. Yes. No. Monday night. Tuesday night, I think. Rustic Gods with Headless. We did Eostra, Ostara, Easter, Ishtar. There's a lot of, we kind of talked about the origins of Easter and, we'll give our little takes on it. It was a shorter one, but, we covered all the things we needed to, the bunnies and the eggs and the festivities, and then kind of what it's turned into and how people use it now just to grift religion, right? Really? Maybe I heard that too. I don't know. Yeah, which part? The one about his biographer? I figured. Yeah, was he in Virginia? Was he in Virginia? I thought he was in Colorado. Maybe you're talking about something else. Gaia Network or yeah, dude. I used to watch Gaia Network. Used to watch the shows they had on the Essenes, and that's where I first was. His name Michael Tellinger and Freddie Silva. All those. Which there's some like if you're into it, there's some good information there concerning like ancient Assyria, Sumeria, and all that. Then when you learn about esoterics and occult symbolism, you interpret the stories in completely different ways. Biographer death still unconfirmed. Okay. Thank you, Matt Moon. Thanks, bud. April 20th, Columbine copycat. Okay. That's interesting. Wait, hold on. Guys, if you haven't yet, Columbine happened on April 20th. Okay, there we go. So has to be something there. Columbine's involved, so we know that it's like it's programming, right? Reprogram to kill. Or don't. You could go to Printify, greypill.printify.me, get you a couple. We got some shirts. Let's see, I can't see y'all. I got to take time to do OBS. I think new intro is going to be getting made this weekend. I'm pretty sure. Shout out Jacob from Rise to Liberty. Got a lot of trying to handle everything, guys. One man show. Shout out to Jacob. Nick. Shout out to Paranoid American. Subliminal. Season of the Rat. Shout out Miss Babylon. But here we got Gods of the Morning Wood. This one design. I have the other one with the actual morning and the canyon. I got that one on a couple other shirts that we're about to drop. Another Volsunga. This one I copied with AI from this one guy's print. It's the exact same thing. It's Sigmund handing his son over to Odin, and in theme with the Volsunga saga that we've been reading on Saturday mornings. Tomorrow feels like Friday. Saturday we're finishing the Grimness Maul, starting on the Alvismal, and then Pista Sophia Part 5, I think. So I know Rat's already edging, getting all bricked up. Edging, learned that word a few days ago. My son teaches me so many words. Speaking of the Hand of Sabazios, we got a Hand of Sabazios on a shirt. Wouldn't you know? And find another fucking podcast with and if y'all don't know, Sabazios is the Thracian sky father. Thracia being over there where Constantinople was, and then right there, it was a center of the mysteries, and so the hand is the hand you see the priest and the bishops do, that's the Hand of Sabazios. That's the blessed hand. It's the same thing. The Hand of Sabazios. That's just what it was much longer before that. So everyone keep that in mind. I've heard and I read a great way to cast away evil spirits, dark spirits or dark energy or whatever, as well as that sign of the solar cross. But we won't get into that right now. There we go. Y'all are over on the StreamYard. So we did like 20, 25 minutes of music. So I'll go to about an hour, 15 in, and then we'll probably cut maybe YouTube and X, depending on how many people. And then we will cut the other one like 15, 20 minutes after that. And like I said, we'll doing I guess I'd say like a longer show tonight, longer than usual. Like the old Grey Pill shows, not the 9-hour ones, but a little shorter than that. You guys remember. Yes, I know. Still drinking the banquets, the little ponies. They're good, especially after a long day of getting shit done. Tyranny, you're back on the Patreon. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, dude. I know that I figured something happened where got declined or something. That's happened before with other people. Yeah, Corey knows, dude. We're having a few beers tonight, guys, okay? It is what it is. Last time this happened, I got a great response from the audience on the last episode. Apparently, it was very informative. And, I invited Nick because this is on his account. So, Nick is always, I asked everyone, I'm not going to tell you what I asked everyone in the group chat on Twitter. Not going to get into that. But Rocky, what are you saying? I saw a weird video that was supposedly from Columbine with an armed middle-aged guy resembling a guy I know herding kids through the halls. Not sure if it's legit. yeah, there's always some sketchy figure at it, all these school shootings, right? And it makes you beg the question. It's like, yeah, does this guy know what's going on right now? Does he really? I got to get Jose back on to talk about the OKC bombing. I've watched some stuff on it recently. Now I'm like, oh, okay. So dude didn't even do it either. Because I was like, oh, that guy was just MK'd. What the fuck his name is? Not Terry Nichols, but the other one. Why can't I remember? Somebody will. Fire Pixie probably got me. Fuck. Right at the tip of my tongue. Timothy McVeigh. Remember that. All right. I swear, last time I called it, I'm pretty sure I called him Ted Kaczynski. It was very embarrassing. We're not going to talk about that. But, yeah, that dude definitely didn't do it. And they probably told him, hey, if you tell people you didn't do it, we're just going to kill you. So, yeah, man, there's... Or like, was it the real Tim McVeigh? Who's that flat Earth, the conspiracy flat earther, flat earther conspiracy? The guy that said Sam Tripoli's like fucking Sir Francis Bacon or something. Hey, bro, get the fuck out of here, you fucking retard. Imagine Sam Tripoli a vampire, guys. I mean, that's some real shit. Let me see. There was something else I want to talk to you guys about before we can get started on this thing here soon now here. Yeah, here, we'll watch this video since we were talking about David Wilcox for people who aren't familiar. Yeah, still trying to get some people to come on and talk about some like Bronze Age shit and yeah, no one's getting back to me, so we'll keep trying and we'll keep searching ourselves, I guess, right? Here, I'm gonna share this with you guys. Make sure I have PDF and everything together. This is this video he's talking about.
Very inappropriately named Red Panda.
I love this song.
We'll get into what Red Panda in a minute. The Red Panda? What the hell is the Red Panda? Oh, okay. Nobody gets 2.1 million views. It's something very suspect. Clearinghouse for the intelligence community,
Get flagged on
RPK,
YouTube.
posted this story. They're getting massive numbers of views.
No.
Which is probably because they're paying to tweak the algorithm. Here we go again. RPK. I don't want to keep saying planting a narrative. I think the RPK post is a part of it. So let's get back to RPK for a minute because they talked about this. Once again, we got the dreaded RPK intelligence.
Subby, BB. Check the email. You had the
even the name of the
StreamYard
guy
link,
that
dude.
planted it. It's like Red Panda. What does that particular bear indicate? Well, you don't even want this same. I'm not going to keep saying it because it's disgusting, but RPK, the same post that's got like, I don't know, 100 posts. I don't think this is a real person. I think this is the IC or the intelligence community. That's just my theory. He's going to hate me now, but whatever. It's very, very suspect.
Who's this fucking
this channel is very suspect.
RPK guy?
And again, RPK, who nobody's ever heard of, and it's not person's not using a name because it's probably the intelligence community. 2.1 million views? Right. The overnight success. They paid for those views. This is not real, folks. That's the rules. They have to tell you what they're doing. So if they're going to set something up where they want to destroy the planet, they use the code names, and then they're laughing at you because, oh yeah, Red Panda, Red Panda. Ain't nothing good about the Red Panda. This is, again, the RPK, which I don't even want to say it out loud. I think this is sponsored disinformation.
I don't think it'll get flagged. There's no singing.
You real stuff. That's how they lure you in, is they make you think that it's a source of truth. But then the redness and this particular bear, it's very, very sketchy to say the least. And it's, again, it gets huge numbers of views, hundreds of posts a day. It does not look like a regular person because regular people want credit. They use their face. They use their name. They want you to donate to them.
Well, he's a conspiracy theorist.
Why would this person be getting so many views and have no payment plan, no Patreon, no products that he's selling? He's not selling survival supplies. I used to
he is right.
$500 and I could get my post seen by.
He's right. This guy did come out of fucking nowhere. Who's this Tupacabra dude, too? I don't really know him, but he kind of, I don't know, kind of blew up out of nowhere. Both these guys working in tandem. I don't know. Not saying the bad guys. I just, take it from David, I guess. We're just getting his opinion on it.
A lot of people, but so what does that name symbolize? Well, it could very well refer to a bloodied abuse victim. He's just getting massive amounts of traffic, and he doesn't let you know who he is. And he's got this very sketched out name we talked about.
Is that like the Black Eye Club or some shit?
Last week. So I'm very suspect of this. However, he's going to feed you things that are true. So here it is again, RPK, 1.7 million views. Part of why I suspect this page is just to find this dude on January 24th. I had to scroll and scroll. I mean, they post so many times a day. And they're getting enormous amounts of views, which is what you have to do if you want to get those views. You got to feed people like they're little children and just constantly give them candy and lure them into the car. Come here, little kid. Woo! Who's one of the number one UFO guys besides Greer? Me. There's not very many of us. There's Louis Elizondo, there's Stephen Greer, David Wilcock. These are top names. And we're all kind of doing our own things. And now there's a big feud going on between Elizondo and Greer. And Elizondo says Greer is a terrorist, and they're fighting each other. Ufology is very much like rap. Everybody's like dissing other rappers, dissing.
Yeah. I remember this one documentary I saw with Stephen Greer, maybe one of the first disclosure ones, where he starts like crying, right? And he's like, yeah, I've known people that have lost their lives or what. It's like, was he being sincere? I mean, physiognomy alone says, I don't know. I don't trust really any of these guys, but
other MCs, and I'm used to it by now. But again, nobody has ever been stalked as badly as I have been by this one guy, Steven, who is now committing acts of terrorism. So
I think this guy realized the past like year, like, holy shit. He realized like a lot of what's really going on, more than the UFO stuff, right? And so I think he maybe knew some shit that he wasn't supposed to.
I am going to speak directly to you, David Wilcock. Listen to Leon Isaac Kennedy's.
Oh, don't you make a video like that for me, dude. We ain't doing all that. That's pretty ominous. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I don't. Like I said, RIP. But didn't Nick Pope just die too? Cancer, right? But they got guns for that. They got guns for heart attacks, i.e. Isaac Cappy. Who knows, man? I like that analogy. What analogy was that? What did I say? Truth Seeker? Truth Seeker? We got to get him back on. Truth Seeker. With like, there's 100 fucking guys on X called Truth Seeker. When you talking about Truth Seeker? There's the go. Who's yelling? My son talking loud. I'm about to go throw a shoe at him. I'm just kidding. We don't do that. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get this pulled up here in a second. I need a haircut. Pretty bad. At this point, it starts to get big and starts to like, I don't know. It's all fucky. I like to shave it. I used to shave it. I shaved it for years. Some people say that I got good hair. I don't know. Not really. Wish I could have cut it this past week, but next week will have to suffice. All right. Let's get this pulled up, guys. But yeah, go over to Patreon. It's a good way to support the show, as well as Rumble Rants. I have to get the YouTube Super Chat set up, but I'll do that eventually. I'll do that tonight. We're going to write that down. Oh, and did y'all see this? I don't know if I presented this. My mother-in-law went to see my brother-in-law in Hong Kong because he lives on a he does business overseas. Let's just say that. No, he's not a Fed. He's what's up? But she went to Japan and got something at maybe just a little knick-knack shop. I'm sure, but if you can tell, all that is. My son said, "What's up, chat?" You got all different forms of the sun, ancient representations of the sun. You know, pretty fucking cool. I think it's cool she got this in Japan. They're still holding down their ancient symbols. We should be doing the same. But yeah, no, he's a lawyer. He's an international lawyer, dude. I not gonna speak anymore on it. He's a good man. He's helped me out when I needed it. And I have one little brother who made the intro for us, the guitar intro. Love you, Jesse. That intro fucks. And yes, his name is Jesse and my name is Jules. There you go. All right. No, it is. But Japan, she went to Japan when she was over there. Pretty sure she went a few places. Maybe even Thailand. I don't know. I didn't ask her. But enough of that. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and pull this up, and we will kind of talk about where we left off last time. And if you guys have any input, let me know. And Q, I hope you're just joking about the sticker packs, man, because that means that you may need to move. That people keep stealing your shit. So I've sent you 2. So if you didn't get either one, I don't know what to tell you. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Pull that up. Here we go. Let's go back down here. Have a better layout. I'm doing this on the show. All right. So let's see. The relief on figure 9.1, that's this first one right here. These are just representations of, this is Sabazios, right? This is Zagreus. It shows the birth of Zagreus, Sabazios in the cave, the Mother Earth. And that's down there in the right hand of it. See the Phrygian cap that he has on. The weapon he's wielding in his right hand could be a sling. Also is the sign of the sun as well. I find that fascinating. So let's see. Shows the birth of Zagreus, Sabazios in the cave, the Mother Earth. The continuation, the honored snake crawls along the tree of life. You see that in that picture here. Maybe we can zoom in. See if we can zoom in. Yeah, like I said, if you're, oh my God, what just happened? If you're a member, we went too far down. Did we go too far down? Fuck, no, we didn't. If you're a member of the Patreon, you should have gotten an email with a link, a StreamYard link. We were talking about the Thracian Horseman, how that is another depiction of the hand. We haven't even gotten to Mithras yet. So Mithra, sorry, different. There we go. That's a little better, huh? Looking at pictures. Yeah. See the mother down there. I forget what bird is in there. I want to say it's a hawk or an eagle, maybe. Or is the eagle usually placed at the top of the finger? I don't know. I think we'll see a depiction of that here in a minute. But incredible artwork. Beautiful. Let's read a little bit about this. I can. All right. Sabazios has raised his hand in Sabazios gesture in front of the sign of the sun. On figure 9.2, and then that's what I just said. Oh, holy shit. So he doesn't have, I thought he, see, fucking hell. I thought he had a literal like sling in his hand, and it just looked, so that is the sun, and he does have his hand up. He does have the blessed hand. Let's fucking go, dude. Untouchable. There are the tree with the snake and the eagle. There's the tree with the eagle and the snake. I guess it's saying, yeah, we see that right there. It has them circled. So that would be the eagle down in the cave, I'm guessing. The sun Sabazios is shown instead of the sun, which emphasizes on his origin. Wow. The sun Sabazios is shown instead of the sun. Oh, okay. I get it right here. Okay. Oh, like the younger, that's which it would be interpreted as Dionysus, right? I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I think we'll get back to that. I know. Let's go down. On both reliefs, Sabazios is holding a fir cone in his hand. What do you know? The seed that he will put on the sacrificial altar. This is what will remain after him. Oh. This is the third one right here. There's a fir cone in his hand, and we all see the pine cone held up in a lot of Assyrian and Sumerian depictions of those gods and goddesses. And you know, when they use it, it could be represented of Malkuth, right, with the Kabbalah tree of life. Or the pineal gland, right? And then some people have theories that go into where it was a tool used. This may have even been one of my early theories. Tool used for sound, like a sound resonance tool. Cymatics. We used to talk about that a lot early on Greypilled. But you always see them depicted with the pine cone. So multiple meanings to it. Who's the guy with the axe? I don't know. Some little dude. He's hanging out. He's having a good time. He's probably protected as well. Yeah, they got nothing to worry about. Oh my God. Look down here. Who is that? Hold on. Who the fuck is that? He's got wings on his head and a solar cross on his chest. You can tell because it's completely even. The Christian cross is actually, it bends into a cube. So look in on that if you haven't yet. I don't know who that is. No one's talking about the guy behind behind, I guess, Sabazios, right? Or is this just some like Thracian warrior? I don't know. You guys know what I want to say, obviously. It's always depicted with wings on their head, huh? And the first depictions would probably be Odin, right? But I don't know. I'm glad I caught that. I was like, what does he have on his head? Are those wings? And who's to say the angels had wings on their backs, right? We have Hermes, who's, I mean, obviously it's symbolic of being fast, right? Swiftness. not heavy on the heels or whatever, right? And then you had the Achilles heel being right there where the wings are usually placed. Hey, subliminal. Yeah, dude. Could be. You're right. Because it doesn't really, there's no beard or anything like that. So I think you may be right, subliminal. Oh my God, JC, good to see you. JC, did you get the email? You guys need to go over to the StreamYard, man. Imperious Rex. Let's see. The idea that the universe was an interface pattern between two sounds coming from the past and the future, respectively. I'm crazy as shit, though. I am too, man. No, a lot of tribal groups or whatever, say that the Earth is created or was created in 3 songs in a humming song, right? So like sound. And if you look at a cymatics board, you put sand on there and you turn that shit on, dude, it looks quite literally like landscape being formed at a very fast pace. It's incredible. Like how high you turn the sound, how fast it goes. Don't make me pull up the Hans Jennings video, guys. Fuck. Yo, Stacks. Good to see you, man. Herpes. JC. All right, let's see. Where were we? A little Sabazios hands. All right, guys. All right, look. You guys can hang out for a little longer. We're gonna keep on here for a little longer. All right. Like I said, so it'll probably be like a 3-hour show. Have to show off Patreon, have to show on Patreon. So if you're not a member of Patreon, I have a $2, $5, $10, $15, $20, $25 tiers. And you can go over there, sign up. Not only will you be able to get access to episodes like this and ones in the future, the watch parties I have planned with guests, of the occult breakdowns of some movies. Don't know what we're going to call it yet. I don't want to be like the esoteric book review at occult watch party. Like, I don't know. That just sounds a little too cliche or just like regular. We like to, be creative here. So we're trying to come up with a name for that. And then over 50 episodes of Gods of the Morning Wood, our Saturday show where we spin the wheel and then we read a couple books from that wheel. We interpret them, what we think we're reading, or we try to compare and contrast to each other's interpretations. And we usually end up learning a whole lot. And so it will be like that this Saturday. We'll do a little bit publicly, and then we'll cut to the StreamYard link. And thank you again, Nick, for hooking me up with that. So I'm able to do this. So put it in the Grapist chat on X. Put what, dude? If I do that, then I have to post it everywhere. The grape. Are you here? JC, can you post that in the XGC? Thanks, bud. If you can't, let me know and I'll do it. Jules, what happened to the Patreon? It says I'm not a member anymore. Huh? Then your card canceled, bro. Then it must have. You may have not even noticed. I don't know. It happened to Tyranny as well. So it may be a matter of time before I may not even have a Patreon. Who knows? Did you cut StreamYard? No. Why? No, absolutely not. Why? Tyranny said it's alive and well. What the fuck is going on? Okay, we got to figure this out because I'm not going to cut the streams if we obviously. Okay, JC said test. Oh, I see what you did there. Keep me on my toes. I know. And I know I've talked about this the past two shows, haven't really been able to explain, but maybe we'll watch a clip of it at the end of the show. But the Nibelungs subliminal. It's like the second half of, well, the story of Siegfried or Sigurd. And, you have the Volsungs and then the Nibelungs. And, dude, it's 1926 film, silent film. It's like 5 hours, but it's great. I suggest everyone go watch it. And you'll kind of get not the best explanation of what happens, but kind of you get a depiction of what happens. Kind of explains it. It doesn't include the Norse mythology as much as I would have liked it to, but it is what it is. There he is. Okay. We got some people in there. My Patreon is still fine. Are you on the Patreon, dude? Dude. I know you were on the Patreon. Streamwood. All right, let's get back to this. All right, guys. So we're getting to the hand now. And this is the hand that we're focusing on. What's Gradnitsa? On some hands, including that from Gradnitsa. Let's look up where Gradnitsa is. Gabravo province. Bulgaria? Okay. So this one, I guess, was found in Bulgaria. Yeah, all throughout Europe. Every country, they would find these hands. You know? That's when we'll get into Mithras. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's see. So this is, y'all look with me now. Got 1, 2. So that's obviously pointing at the pine cone. 1 in here. So we'll Sabazios hands. The gesture of Sabazios expresses the unity of the ancient Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity before the Holy Trinity. Holy Spirit, symbolized by the tree of life. Father and Great Mother. In a religion in which Sabazios is the Son. This is clearly visible from what Sabazios' hands show. On the thumb, there is always a fir cone. Very, very small right there. But you guys, there's one right there. Okay, so it's each one shows. Okay, cool. So these are all 3 different hands, I guess. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, these are 3 different hands. Y'all kind of see a little bit of difference in each one. On some of them, there's more. On some, there's less. Symbols, that is. Some look a bit older. The one on the left. So we have the fir cone on the thumb. The symbol of the tree of life, or the Holy Spirit. The other elements are the eagle, the Father, which is right there at the top, which you could very well interchange with the phoenix, I'm sure. It bears the same meaning in Freemasonry and other mystery schools, so it wouldn't surprise me if it did in these mystery cults and these, ancient religions. Let's see. The mother, symbolized by the amphibian, a snake, a frog, or a turtle. Oh, wow. Okay, so what's that? Yeah, you got a turtle on this one. A little turtle. I love turtles. Little frog up there. Ribbit. Yeah. Is that where, look, and just hear me out, but is that where they got, Eve, the feminine in the garden was attracted to the serpent? Is that why? Because it was represented sometimes, voice just cracked, as a serpent, which we talked about, rebirth, right? Snake represent many things. Wisdom, rebirth, as well as cunningness, right? let's see. But I wonder why. I guess the frog and the turtle. I know the turtle is very sacred in some Eastern religions. What is it in Hinduism that the world is depicted like the shell of a turtle or something? I don't know. No, that's the 4 elephants. I don't know. Somebody please correct me on that or tell me what I'm talking about. We'll probably look it up. Zagreus Sabazios is marked by a crowned snake. Okay. On figure 10.1, the symbols of the earth and the sky mark the middle and the 4th finger on the hand. See that right there? So you have the eagle and then the branch from the tree, right? The earth and the sky. Let's see. The use of other amphibians for the image of the earth instead of a snake is necessary because the symbol of the crowned snake is present. The symbol of Zagreus. Okay. So if it's a crowned snake, then they have to put, then that represents Zagreus, I guess. And then they have to put the frog or the turtle to represent the mother. Sabazios has set his foot on his past, a ram, and has pointed his 2 fingers to the father and the mother. The cave with the mother and the infant is below him. Still talking about figure 10.1 now. Wow, he has his foot on the ram right there. And y'all see down there is the cave, the mother. Let me see something real fast. On some hands, including that from the Gradnitsa, along with the crested snake, the fir cone, and the lion, there is also a bull. What does the bull from Sabazios' hand symbolize? Oh, shit. Look at this one. This one's old. God, dude. I put a candle in there. Put it on my back porch. Incredible. So you do see a bull on the side representing the, the bull of heaven, right? People want to be like, oh, it represents Baal. It's like, Baal did not exist in this culture. So, yeah, no. That's wrong. It's not real. Baal is a Semitic deity. Does not exist in European culture. What does the bull from Sabazios' hand symbolize? Let us see first how Dionysus was symbolized. All right, we're going to do this, and then we're going to get to Mithra. We'll probably cut a couple of the streams, guys. So Dionysus. While in the reliefs, Zagreus is symbolized by a horned snake. In the iconography, Dionysus is marked by the qualitative attribute for youth and strength, a young lion. Dionysus without a lion, sometimes a panther, a tiger, as equivalent symbols, or a lion's hide is a rare image. On figure 13, 1, 2, 3, and 9, so the last one, Dionysus has set his foot on his past, a basket from which a snake is born. So why does the ram represent the past? Hold on. So Sabazios has set his foot on his past, a ram, and then is pointing up. And that's the, And so let's go back to Dionysus. His past is symbolized by a basket from which a snake is born. Let's zoom into this basket. Let's see what it is. Oh, there's Dionysus or Bacchus. And there's a snake down there. You see, he's got his lion. It's interesting. A basket. I don't know why a ram represents one's past and then basket with a snake represents another. Next to his, okay, I should just keep reading. Sorry. Next to him is a ram, a symbol of his quality of an inseminator, emphasized in the Dionysus triumphs by the Lycnons with the phalluses. Wait, the fuck? Okay, hold on. Lycnons? Lycanons? Lycanons? Am I saying it wrong? Wait, hold on. Is that just is that just a mistype? What the fuck is going on? Let me. A symbol of his quality of an inseminator. So youth, in a way, the sexual energy being more represented, and that would explain why Sabazios has his hand or has his foot on it, right? Because he's older. That's what I'm getting from it. Maybe there's something else. I saw phalluses and then 33, so it's just saying image 33. Well, hold on now. Okay, let's keep reading. In some reliefs, a lamb is the symbol of childhood. Okay, so it is the symbol of youth. There we go. Showing a symbol of growth as well, I guess. In the more complex iconographic plots presenting specifically Zagreus, Dionysus, Sabazios, Zagreus is presented by his symbol, the horned snake, and Dionysus by a lion. Okay. And they said that there was horned snake. Subliminal, whenever he reads, he'll like put markers and stuff. I need to start doing that. It's been a while, dude. These two Sabazios shows have been like, it's been a while since I've done a solo episode, like a deep dive or anything like that, unpacking something or, trying to, at least learning about it a little bit, right? More than I did before the show. So, all right. So we got quite a little bit left. Hell, I mean, if we have to, dude, we'll turn it into a part 3. We'll do a part 3. All right, guys. So I'm gonna give you all about another 10 minutes on Rumble, YouTube, and X. Let's see what y'all are saying. Oh no, my comments have gone. There they go. You need to read the British Edda. It's wild. The British Edda. You mean like the sagas from like ancient Gaul and Britannia? We were reading Mysteries of the Druids, the Veil of Isis. We've been reading that one. That's just like a biography, kind of like someone taking a look at the history, and then even like I'm pretty sure he like theorizes some things in that book, right? It's like his interpretation. But of Albion and stuff like that. Is that what you're referring to? Hey, dude, are you gonna hate where you come from, Q? Fucking picture. All right. Yeah, so we get into Mithra a little further. So here we'll let's go ahead and start. The myth of the Roman Mithraism, the bull and age symbol of Sabazios. So the ram, all right. We'll come back to that. A relief from the Villa Borghese. I don't know how to say their last name. That's one of those Venetian. That's one of them black nobility families. Borghese, Rome, which is now kept at the so-called New Louvre, city of Lens, France, shows Mithra killing a bull, and below Mithra there is a following inscription: Deus Sol Invicto Mithrae. The inscription is a graphite. The standard and similar inscriptions reads, "The invincible sun god of Mithra." The invincible son of Mithra. Of the relief of Borghese next to Mithra's knife over the bull, it is written Nama Sabazio. The form Sabazio is close to the way of writing the name in our lands. Here we go. This, yes. I've seen this. Oh, wow, would you look at that? So what, is he crushing Sabazios because he's let's see, crushing the old bull? According to Franz Cumont, Nama Sabazio is either a spell or a Persian greeting. The more credible version, however, is that Nama stands for the Sanskrit Nama, used in the expressions Nama Vishnu, Nama Shiva, and translated as glory, bow, reverence. In Turkish and Farsi, namaz means prayer. This way, the inscription has the general meaning of glory, bow, prayer for Sabazios. Oh, okay. So it is he's subduing the bull for Sabazios, I guess. Is the bull which Mithra kills really the image of Sabazios? This is what I'm asking. What should a relief show so that it is certain that Mithra kills Sabazios? Of course, the very act of the murder of Sabazios by Mithra. This act is depicted on a sculpture from the Capitol, which is now kept at the Vatican Museum. Of course it is. The sculpture shows a bust of Sabazios with the invariable fir cone in his hand, in the hand. The carrier of the semen. There we go. I had to come back to semen somehow, right? In front of Sabazios, there is Mithra's figure in the typical pose from the bull's murder. This is what they're showing up there, right? No. Here, right? This is 15. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. The sculpture shows a bust of Sabazios with the invariable fir cone in his hand, the carrier of the semen. So now we know not only does it, could it represent the pineal gland, represent the, the Sephiroth, but it could also represent the carrier of the semen being, the green man, right? Nature's seed, the, fertility, male fertility. In front of Sabazios, there is Mithra's figure in the typical pose from the bull's murder. However, there is no bull. Instead, Mithra has stabbed the knife in Sabazios. The expression on Sabazios' face is unambiguous. Sabazios is dying. What the relief shows has been expressed clearly and plainly. Mithra from the reliefs of the Roman Mithraism kills Sabazios, whose symbol is the bull, which is also confirmed by the above inscription. Sabazios is shown with an eagle on his left shoulder, holding in his left hand a tree, around which a snake is coiled. An eagle and a snake, the sky and the earth. Zagreus, born out of the union between the sky and the earth, dies as Sabazios, with the father and the mother being by his side again. The sign of the sun is shown on Sabazios' chest. Talking about this one right here. Eagle on his left shoulder. There we go. Holding in his left hand, a tree with the coiled snake, an eagle and a snake. So yeah, the sky and the earth. And Zagreus, born out of the union between the sky and the earth, dies as Sabazios. Well, Zagreus, Dionysus, Sabazios. Stages of life. Everything comes in threes, right? Well, not everything. Some things come in fours. All right, guys. So yeah, we will. There's a lot more on Mithra right there, and his relation, I think, to. I think it talks about Dionysus some more, and a lot of cool stuff. So we're gonna that out. Lucy's Trust Fund, baby. Good to see you. See Summer Cook. Yeah, you're talking about the British. Yeah, dude, I'm Irish, Scottish. Dude, I'm like a fucking European. I have a lot of different Northwestern European countries in my blood. Welsh, Irish, Scottish, English, Nordic, Swedish, a little bit of Swiss, German, a little bit of Spanish, Portuguese, and then what was it? Like 0.04, like the Balkan or whatever right there. It's like a whole mix of that entire region, and then a little bit of Greek, and 0.09 North American. I got Cherokee in me. Not enough to get a casino, but probably not enough for anything, to be honest with you. I mean, I think it comes from my grandmother. It looks like that it would. I think I mentioned that before. If anything, or my grandfather, my mom's dad, who is completely German. Jules is just handsome. The regions don't matter. Gerald Hall, your mom, I miss you, man. A more detailed description of the murder scene. This is a standard scene of killing a bull, which is present in many Mithraic reliefs with Mithra's typical pose. And that's the pose. He has like his knee on him, right? Was that Derek Chauvin pose or whatever? To the front, there is a funeral urn, a serpent coiled around it. The lion is to the right, and the two torch carriers bending down their heads over it, as in the mentioned reliefs. The mourning lion and snake over a funeral urn. This is a standard scene of mourning over the funeral urn depicted on many reliefs of Mithraism. Another relief in which the bull Sabazios relation is shown is the relief from Drago, on which over the dying bull there is a depiction of a man ascending to nothingness, holding a torch in his right hand and in the left hand. Sabazios' invariable attribute, the fir cone. Okay, so this is... It's not what that's showing, is it? Sabazios' fir cone can also be seen in the hand of the torch carrier from the relief of the museum in Constanta, Romania. The fir cone seeds are what will remain after Sabazios. Very similar, dude. Interesting. So yeah, so now we know the pine cone represents fertility and quite literally like the masculine seed. Is that his penis hanging out? No. Okay. No. That's the bull's tail, right? That's going to be the bull's tail. Yeah. What do you guys think? Hell, who's here? We got 5 people here, so someone left. Damn it. Fire Pixie's here. Tyranny's here. Maybe JC, Subliminal, Q. I wish Stacks and your mom would have joined us. Who else was out there? No one else. So. Okay. Anyway, we'll go back to this. On the Mithra relief of the National Museum of History, Sophia, figure 18, over the bull, there is the ancient sign of the sun, a swastika. And this fact emphasizes once again that the bull is a symbol of Sabazios. Sabazios being the symbol of the sun, right? Fascinating. Let's take a closer look at these. I wish more people would join the Patreon. It sucks I haven't had like hardly anyone join in months. I had a few people tell me, they were like, dude, you're talking about shit that people don't want to, they don't want to question. It's like, fuck, I can't help it, man. I can't ignore shit. I'm not here to grift to anybody. So just talk about what's cool to me and shit I find out along the way of my spiritual path that can maybe help other people, So this is cool. What's this on the left over here? It's like a jester or something, court jester. Yep, early depictions of the cross being the Swazi. There is an interesting relief on a Thracian horseman, on which a bull is shown on the tree instead of a snake. On a relief of Timaeus, with the known composition from the reliefs of the Thracian horseman, a bull's head instead of a snake is depicted within the tree crown. The inscription under the horseman shows that this is a dedication to Tiberius Sauromates, a king from the Thracian dynasty of Rhescuporus, and starts as follows. The Basileus after Sabazios, which probably meant the king being a father of Sabazios, or the king being in the age of Sabazios. This fact shows two things. The snake is replaced by an image of a bull, an image of Sabazios. The hero is Sabazios himself. This fact, a bull in the image of a defender, a hero's, is not new. In Persepolis, it was depicted as a winged bull with a human head. So this goes back to the bull of heaven, right? Probably describing in the Bible what the golden calf. Here they also describe Baal, right? The adversary to Yahweh. Being his own brother, which is indicative of the Jacob-Esau feud, right? The younger against the older. So that's a fucking cool, dude. Can we put this on a shirt? Like, seriously, can we remake that with AI and put that on a shirt? Is that Sabazios with a fucking meat horn? The bull slaughtering is an analogy. It's not analogy. Oh, forgive me, guys. The bull slaughtering is an analog of the sacrifice of the Egyptian god of fertility, the god of sun, Apis, depicted as a bull with a sun and a snake between his horns. Typical attributes for Sabazios too. The bull is sacrificed at the end of the year in order to resurrect again as Osiris and the cycle to continue. Osiris, Amun-Ra, Apis, the successor of Ra. In the Thracian ritual religion of the sun, this cycle is presented by Zagreus Dionysus Sabazios. So what they're saying basically, each culture had this depiction, this kind of continuation of this deity being represented by these different names and these different symbols, animals, but they were all used together to mean something, right? Once you learn about symbolism, there's no going back. You won't look at anything, how people see it. Like a lot of people in the conspiracy realm, like I see past a lot of the physical, like, and I'm like, dude, that means something ancient that you're missing completely because you won't open your mind up to that concept or through that certain lens, right? It blows my mind. Because usually when you do, that stuff seems to make a lot more sense. The esoteric. A lot of people would think that it would be far out and woo-woo and hard to kind of, interpret, but no. Not for me, not at all. At first, it's difficult, yes, but once you learn the terms and kind of you start to learn the basis, like of a lot of symbolism and where it originates, and the signs of the sun and the moon. That's very important. Water and fire that go into the mysteries, And so wheat ears start flowing from the wound of the god of fertility. So this is Mithra's in a Balkan analog with the Apis bull. I don't know who he would have been. Those Slavic deities, man, it gets wild with the names. And once you get further into the Pontic steppe, where you had all these different tribes with all had their different they were all the same pantheons, but different in a way. It's fascinating. In many reliefs, his tail also ends with wheat ears. Oh shit. Guys, check this out. Also, whenever you see that around, like in Egypt or any of these kind of religions down towards the Levant or that area, means the sun, right? You see that on Horus's head, and then the crescent you obviously see represented on Isis's head. And but look at all these tails depicting the bull are wheat. So it does represent male fertility. Dude, they have subverted the divine masculine so much. It's fucking insane. Every symbol that represents ancient divine masculinity is something evil or demonic or satanic. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck? But then you have symbols venerated that are actually like fucking sigils for invocations and like hexes and stuff, and people are just, oh man. I don't mean you guys when I say people. Obviously, you know that. That's where we are. On the Mithraic reliefs, there is a scorpion which tears the bull's testicles. How nice. How nice. There's depictions right below it. Oh. What is that? Is that a worm, or is it sucking on something else? What is that? Even there. The Scorpio sign marks the end of autumn, the season of harvesting the seeds, which will be needed for the next year. This act symbolically represents this moment. So the changing of autumn into winter is represented by the scorpion clipping the fucking bull's nuts off. That's crazy. The above exposition leads to the following conclusion. In the basis of the so-called Roman Mithraism, there lies the ritual religion of the Thracian cult to the sun, the god of fertility Sabazios. In the rite, Mithra appears as an element of the cult with the role of a mediator, the god who uses his hand or act to turn the wheel of time, the god who is the master of the seasons, who ritually kills Sabazios so that the new sun is born, Zagreus. This is also indicative and representative of the solar cycle. We have these comes in these phases, right? So think Zagreus, Dionysus, Sabazius, Zagreus, Dionysus, Sabazius. It repeats itself. Mithra, the mediator of time. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's like a time wheel, right? Depicts him in the middle of. You see Uranus coming out of the same kind of, and people will be like, it's a portal. A time wheel, a portal. I mean, it could be, right? Think of that. This was representative of time. So in traveling time or transgressing through time, maybe this was actually used as a tool. This circular, and that's the thing with mirrors, right? All this stuff. Yeah. Be something to look into. What we got left? Because it may end at 2.5 hours, so I want to make sure that we can finish it. Let's fucking go. We can finish it. The snake, Zagreus, the lion, Dionysus, and the bull, Sabazios, in the Roman Mithraism. On several dozens of Mithraic images, along with the bull, there are depictions of a snake and a lion in a mournful pose over the funeral urn. Similarly to the image from the Vatican Museum, this composition is explained by the following idea. Zagreus, the snake with a cock's crest, and Dionysus, the lion, mourn Sabazios' death. The relief of Hedernheim on figure 19 clearly shows the mourning scene. Oh, wow. Wait. Oh, they're mourning. So is that Mithra's? Is that Mithra's crushing Sabazios? Or you have Dionysus and Zagreus down there mourning. On the relief, in addition to the mourning snake and lion, there is also a composition of a snake on the tree of life, which is traditional for the reliefs of the Thracian horsemen. Oh, wow. On the relief of Osterbrucken, in addition to the mourning snake and lion, there is a scene of a Thracian horseman. So this is, okay. There is a scene of a Thracian horseman with a lion accompanied by an assistant. And the relief of Karlsruhe. I don't know how you say that. Shows a scene of a Thracian with a bow shooting at a cloud described by Herodotus. In the lower left corner, there is Mithra carrying on his shoulders the wheel of time. Holy shit. So you can't see the whole thing right there, but there's a Thracian rider. You even see the beast below him, his dog, and Mithra's right there behind him with the zodiac disc. Yeah, I think we're looking at the right one. Oh, there we go. There we go. So that was okay. I was talking about the snake on the tree of life with the mourning lion and serpent. Okay, so that's just a Thracian horseman. That's not Mithra. Okay. In some depictions it is. Mithra has the Phrygian cap, which if you've watched my show, you know that, that's represents freedom and liberty. And they kind of subverted that too. So yeah, there we go right there. There he is shooting at the cloud. And another mourning lion and snake. The mourning lion and the crested snake in front of the funeral urn are also elements from the so-called Danubian horseman. Reliefs used in initializations marking the transition to one of the ages, where each transition is deciphered as a death and a new birth. Many such cases. The bull and the snake being very represented. They represent that. among other things, but mainly, especially in this certain motif. The reliefs of the Roman Mithraism depict the death of the old sun in the face of the bull Sabazios, and the birth of the new one, Zagreus, symbolized by the snake near the sacrificial altar, a snake with a cock's crest. That's the fucking Alien, the thing from Alien. Nah, look at this thing. Look at it. Oh, you guys are working. It's all good. I'm just happy y'all are here. I'm happy this worked out. And in the future, I will schedule these streams because Nick can still do an Occult Rejects, and I can still do one of these at the same time. So we'll schedule these streams like a week in advance. So we'll try to get more people in here. Figure 26 shows the snake with the crest from Sabazios' hand and from the bull slaughtering scenes. Oh. Where's figure 26? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the bull slaughtering scene, crest from Sabazios' hand. Oh, it's saying the crest from the bull slaughtering scene on Sabazios. Okay. All right, here we go. Now that we are aware of the symbolic meaning of the lion and the snake, it is not difficult to understand also the meaning of the relief. Kiram 1289, found near Neuenheim, in immediate proximity of the Mithraeum. So Cimrm, Cimrm. According to the description, this is Mithra, accompanied by a snake and a lion. Mithra holding in his hand a globe. It would be so if the globe was not elongated and resembling a fir cone. The presence of the lion and the snake in the context of the above said renders the relief as an illustration of the three ages: childhood, youth, masculinity. I.e., the figure of the man holding a fur coat in his hand can only be interpreted within the meaning of our knowledge about Sabazios, the young Sabazios. Microbius gives an account about the Thracians. We know that in Thrace, the sun is considered also Liber. The Thracians call it Sabazios and honored it solemnly, as it is written by Alexander Polyhistor. A temple on the Zelmisos hill is dedicated to it, a round temple with its roof having an opening in the middle. The round shape of the temple shows the nature of this star. The light enters through the rooftop, and this shows that the sun illuminates everything with its rays that it emits from the top of the sky, and that its illumination reveals everything. As is truth, right? Truth is represented by the light. People like to demonize the light bringer, the light bearer. It's like, why? In the Mithraeums, there is an opening too, through which the sun lights the figure of the bull, Sabazios, on the day of the winter solstice. Oh.
Oh, great Odin's raven.
Oh! All right. A sun's ray falling on the bull's figure is depicted on some of the images in reliefs. So who are we really giving thanks to on December 25th? See, this goes back into everyone's had their own cultural holiday, right? For each of these mainstream holidays that we have now. I didn't know that, though. I mean, I guess well, let's keep reading. The majority of the Mithraeums are underground temples. Yeah. They go in to underground, you come back out, and you're reborn. While the Mithra societies themselves are considered secret societies, a big part of the Thracian temples in the Balkans are under tumuli or cave sanctuaries. The reliefs of the Thracian horsemen reflect this fact through the arches they show, as well as the Roman Mithraic reliefs. The Thracian Zalmoxis preaches his belief in immortality of the soul among his table companions through initiation feast at special premises. Zalmoxis made a hall where he entered and fed the leaders among his countrymen. The feast halls built by the Thracian rulers Cotes, Dramycates, Digalas were called Andrions, Estiatorians. So I guess this was in Thracia, the certain, where they worship Sabazios? Or is this just like a hall of the ruler? Zalmoxis. This guy is Zalmoxis. The Orphics also preached their belief among wealthy citizens at specially organized feasts. Both societies, the followers of Zalmoxis in Thrace and those of the Roman Mithraism, are secret societies of initiated people. Both of them excluded women. The Feast of the Initiated People is equally iconic for the Thracian religions and for Mithraism. Wow. So the first secret societies out of Thracia and I guess Rome, were of Mithra and Sabazios. An inscription from Edessa, 9th century BC, reads, Perdiccas, son of Argaeus. Fuck me. Perdiccas, son of Argaeus, leading his Macedons. Having reached the Acropolis of Edessa, coming from Upper Illyria, offered sacrifice to uppermost god Sabazios, Sabazion. The text illustrates Sabazios as the uppermost god on the Balkans. One of the theories about the origin of the Roman Mithraism is the theory about its Balkan origin. In the Roman period, the Balkan legions spread across Europe, the Balkan ritual religion to the sun, which later was called Roman Mithraism. Rome turned into stone and bronze, a ritual that had existed for ages on the Balkans. And if we put the question, how was Sabazios celebrated in Thrace? The answer would be, see the images of the so-called Roman Mithraism, where Mithra is one of the elements of the Thracian ritual religion to the sun. So, in conclusion, yeah. And there's, that's one of the religions that's not really, or one of the civilizations that's not well known about was the Thracians. And that's they did that on purpose. So we learned a lot on this one, man. We did. Zagreus, Dionysus, learned a little bit about Zeus in the beginning. Sabazios, Mithra. And so that's a lot to unpack, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to, I'm sure there's more that we'll learn along the way as well, but that was a pretty good research paper. Anyway, guys, fear nothing, question everything, and stay grey-pilled. Later.